Ang susunod na programa ay rated PG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng patnubay at gabay ng magulang para sa mga batang manonood.
What is judgment?
The judgment, which will be passed on each of us immediately after death, is called the particular
The
judgment.
existence of particular judgment can be deduced from the parable of Dives and Lazarus. A soul is shown rewarded immediately after death.
Even while the relatives gather around the bed of the departed one, even while this body is still warm, the particular judgment is gone through and finished. The judgment is passed, and the soul gone to its reward or punishment. If we remember this, we shall be more frequent in praying for the dead and helping others die a happy death, so that, without fear, they may meet God at the judgment.
Jesus Christ is the judge of particular judgment. Before Him, each soul must stand. The soul will stand in the awesome presence of God the Son to give an account of its whole life, of every thought, word, act, and omission. Neither does the Father judge any man, but all judgment He has given to the Son.
A man's whole life will be spread before him like a great picture. He will remember everything, although he might have forgotten much as the moments of death. How will wish then that he had done all he could. We are not supposed that the soul would go to heaven before Christ to be judged. God enlightens each soul such a manner that a fully Christ has passed a true judgment on
The
it.
judgment will embrace even the good which has been neglected. A strict account will have to be rendered of the use we made of the talents and graces given to us. Even good actions badly performed will come under scrutiny. Careless communions, hasty confessions, etc. Only then shall we know the exactness with which God sees and measures every act, word, and even intention in our deepest thought.
The good and the evil that the soul has done will be weighed in the balance of God's justice. Then the sentence will be passed by Jesus Christ alone. Without the intervention of witnesses, this sentence is final and will never be reversed. The soul will learn the sentence, the reason for it, and the absolute justice.
The rewards or punishments appointed for men after the particular judgment are heaven, purgatory, or hell.
As we have loved God and our fellow men during life, so we shall be given the proper reward or punishment.
He who dies in his baptismal innocence, or after having fully satisfied for all the sins he committed, will be sent at once to heaven.
He who dies in the state of grace, but is in venial sin, or has not fully atoned for the temporal punishment due his forgiven sins, will be sent for a time purgatory.
The souls in purgatory are saints because they are sure of going to heaven. In purgatory, they cannot commit any more sin, not even the slightest day only long. He who dies in mortal sin, even if only with one single mortal sin, will be sent at once.
By mortal sin, a man cut himself off from God. It is really he himself that sent himself to hell. God the Star will deceive all his creature with him in heaven.
We should prepare for the judgment by being most careful to lead a good life and a happy death. We should do all the good we can so that God may forgive the evil we may do. We should not only obey careful all the commandments of God and the church, but do the works in prayer and alms deeds, practicing charity for the love of God.
We should do voluntary works of penance for the love of God in expiation of any sins we may have the
According to
misfortune.
the Bible, in all things, look to the end, and how though will stand before the strict judge, from whom there is nothing hid, who takes no bribes and receives no excuses, but will judge that which is just. Be, therefore, no solicitous for thy sins, that in the day of judgment thou mayest be in security with blessed. Then shall the poor and humble have great confidence, and the proud fear on every side. Then it will appear that he just wise in this world, for whose Christ's sake learned to be a fool and despised. Then shall the flesh that was afflicted exult from than if at whole ways fared in the lights. Then a pure and good conscience shall bring more joy than learned philosophy. Then shall the contempt of fair lights, riches of for outweigh all treasures in children of earth. Learn to suffer now little things, that thou mayest be delivered from more grievous sufferings. All is vanity except to love and serve
Never
God
go to
alone.
sleep without being prepared. So wake on earth again, but in the presence of our judge.
Let us examine our conscience every day. Make acts of contribution of our sins, confess them, and resolve to avoid them in the future.